Hey y'all, welcome back to the kitchen. So this is kind of a two-part video. If you watched my first video on how to freeze tomatoes, now we're going to use some of those fresh tomatoes to make vegetable soup. But I'm going to let you know this is an easy vegetable soup with some cheat methods. So my first cheat here is that I use Bear Creek vegetable beef soup mix. So this is what I start everything with, and then I'll add some stuff to it. So right now you're following the directions. You've got 8 cups of water coming to a boil. I'll be honest, I use about 6 because I start adding my own extra liquids in there. So I've learned that 6 does better than the 8. So right now we're waiting on my water to come to a boil to add that mixture. I also use a can of Veg All mixed vegetables. But of course right now this would be a great time if you had anything from the garden to add it. But I do use that. And then we're going to add the tomatoes and some extra spices to make this better. But I really like this because it already has all of your pasta, extra veggies, great flavorings in this. So you just got to doctor it up a little bit. So I have already ground a pound of hamburger meat. We do like hamburger meat in our vegetable soup. So I've already fried it up, and it's over there draining, and I'm waiting for the water to come to a boil. Alright guys, so now we have our water coming to a boil. You're going to head and whisk in your soup mix. Right now we're just kind of following the instructions. Boy, this seasoning, it smells so good. We eat a lot of the Bear Creek soup mixes. Let that come back to a little bit of a boil there. And we're going to reduce this to medium, uncovered, for 15 minutes. So we're just going to let this go. Because this is your pasta in here, and you want to make sure that your pasta gets cooked good. We're going to let this go, and I'll check in about 15 minutes. Hey y'all, just wanted to give you an update. So we're going to make sure we stir it good. And I just realized I didn't have an onion to put in the soup, so I'm going to add some onion powder here. And I know I'm going to need some pepper. And you're going to need some salt. Gonna let it keep boiling. We got about 8 minutes left, and then we'll start adding all of our goodies. I'll be back. Alright, we're back. It's been 15 minutes. So now we're gonna start adding our stuff. I'm gonna leave it on medium. So First thing I'm gonna add is these homegrown tomatoes that I had and my tomato juice. Now, if you didn't have tomatoes like this to use, you could add a can of tomato soup. That's what I've used. It's just old Campbell's tomato soup or whatever brand you have. Alrighty, so we're gonna get this to come back up. Now we're gonna add, I've drained our vegetables and I've drained our meat. It's all here, going back in. So see, we got a big pot. I'm gonna bring this back to a boil because I want everything to get heated thoroughly. That's why I like that Veg All, because they cut the vegetables home style, kind of big. You can see it's got the potatoes, your carrots, your green beans, everything. All right, we're gonna let this go back up. I'll let this come back to a boil and cook for a little bit. I'll come back to you once this comes back up to a boil. So we're going to still leave it on medium. We're just going to bring it back up. Alright, y'all, we got the soup going back to a boil. So I'm just going to kind of watch it at this point. I don't want it to boil the entire time. So I'm going to stir it. If it stops, it's going to stop boiling here. I'm just going to stir it every little bit. I'm going to keep it going because I got to make the cornbread now. I've only added onion powder, some salt and pepper to the mix. I do need to let you know, this is not a tomatoey tasting vegetable soup. This is more beef brothy. So if you want more tomatoey, you're going to have to add more soup or something. We don't like the overly tomato. So this is more vegetable beef. That's pretty good right there. Actually, I'm going to turn it down to about 5 because I got to go over here and make the cornbread now. But I do want to keep cooking it. So follow me over here to the cornbread. Alright, while we got our vegetable soup cooking, we got to make our cornbread. And what easier way to make cornbread than use the Jiffy corn muffin mix. So you're just going to need, of course, 1 box of Jiffy. Following the instructions. Alright, we got our Jiffy in here. You need your 1 egg. And a 1/3 cup of milk. Now, I do bake this in a small cast iron pan. So I do already have my cast iron pan with butter preheating in the oven at the 400, the instructions say. So we got our Jiffy, our egg and milk, and you're just going to stir it. Everything's combined. And then, when the oven's preheated, our pan's ready, we're just going to pour it in there. You gotta get in there at the bottom, make sure it all gets incorporated. And then I like to leave mine sitting here on the counter while everything's preheating because it kind of rises a little bit. Alright, so you're scraping the bottom. You don't see anything else dry. I think we're good to go. Just waiting on everything to preheat.
What's up, Sherry?
Well, welcome. He's home, and we're going to get the cornbread in the oven now. So we got our hot cast iron pan with the melted butter. See, our Jiffy's rose a little bit. Got nice and little fluffy.
See that? So that pan's already hot?
Yes.
Okay.
So I needed your help.
Oh.
So we're going to go ahead and put this in there.
That's very thick.
Yeah.
Do you need a bigger spatula, or is that good?
It's fine, dear.
Okay. Boy, it looks good. I can't wait.
Make sure we're getting all of this out of here.
Leave no morsel behind.
And just kind of smooth it out.
Now, will that rise as it cooks?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You know how cornbread goes, silly.
I don't know that I've paid close attention, to be honest with you.
All right, so now we're gonna.
Need to get the oven.
Yeah, make sure you got your oven because this is a hot pan. It's gonna go in now for about 20 minutes.
20 minutes. All right, watch it. Watch it.
Set the timer here.
Look at this soup.
Got the soup stirring. We'll be back.
Bye.
Hey y'all, we're back and finishing up. So like I said, this was a two-part video. The first video I showed you how to freeze tomatoes. And we used some tomatoes to make us some vegetable beef soup. So now we have it in the bowl here. And we got our cornbread out of the oven.
Gosh, I'll tell you what, that soup smells so good.
Time to slice us up some cornbread. Oh Lordy, it's hot.
Oh my goodness.
Like that, you gotta love Jiffy. Never fails you.
I know. I mean, you could make it by scratch or from scratch, but
Whoops. Butter
Jiffy
fell off.
Jiffy never fails.
All right, we got our butter. We got our cornbread. We got our soup. It's supper time.
Anything else to add?
No, I'm worn out. I don't know about you all, but I think I'm going to enjoy my cornbread and my soup.
I just got home from work. I'm worn out,
You
but
just got
I know
home from work. We're going to have some supper.
I know you've worked hard. Thank you so much for supper.
Oh, no problem.
Well, bye guys.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Try the recipe and let us know if you like it or how you make your vegetable soup. I might try it. Bye, y'all. What you doing?
Hi guys. I'm gonna have some soup and cornbread. Would you like to see how an expert fixes his soup bowl?
Yeah, let's see what you're doing.
You ready? It's very strategic. There. That's how it's gonna happen right there.
Hey, we all got our ways.
I'm just gonna eat a little bit and bust a little cornbread action as I bite it. And I don't think I'm gonna taste this because it is scalding hot.
Told you. That's scalding hot, bro.
Now let's go for it. It's still very hot. That is delicious.
Like I said, folks, now this is would you say more beef broth than tomatoey?
Let me go back in here.
So if you
Got
want,
faint a little bit.
yeah, if you want more of a tomato, you're gonna have to add more tomato soup or a paste.
Concentrate.
Yeah.
This is really good, though. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna get off here and go eat this.
Alrighty. And he just left us.